Hi, I'm Lee for Window Cleaning Magazine. Do you get confused when it comes to mixing the right recipe for your Softwash jobs? You do? Stay tuned. But before we start, I just want to let you know that you can click the YouTube icon here to subscribe to our channel. To join our Facebook group, follow me on Twitter, or read Window Cleaning Magazine free online with thousands more window cleaners, all the links you need are in the description below. I made this. In this film, we feature Mark K from Softwash UK. Mark demonstrates the Softwash calculator app that works out your Softwash recipe no matter what job you are doing. Let's check out the features. And remember, stay tuned and check out the outro for more videos at the end of this film.
I'm Mark K from Softwash UK for Window Cleaning Magazine.
What you got there?
Well, it's this new app I've created for the Softwash market, Softwashing calculator app, supplied by Softwash UK, available on Apple App Store. Basically, if you're not sure how to make a Softwash recipe, this app basically guides you through it and gives you the edge in regards to knowing what you're doing in regards to making these Softwash recipes. So
how does it work?
Well, what you do is at the beginning it prompts you, so it says it's simple, move the dials, the recipe is along the bottom, so this is where the recipe is going to be, and when we click on this button here it basically comes up with some pre-recipes for you. So for instance, if I move this here, it's called a link wheel, and it automatically adjusts the percentages. So for instance, if I move that to fencing, you'll notice the percentage, it's saying you want a 2% recipe. Okay, if I go to K-Rend, it says 2% recipe. If I go to light staining, it's dropped to 1% recipe. So if we go to a roof, for instance, or slabs, it's saying a 4% recipe. So the app actually gives you a guide. However, if you don't want to have a 4% recipe for slabs and you want to bring it down to less, you can physically override that to 2%. Okay, so you choose what you want. It can guide you through that. However, you can decide if you want to change that. Then you want to choose how much recipe you want to make. So let's say you've got a 50 litres tank. Okay, so and we want to make 50 litres of Softwash recipe. So if I go there, right, so we move this to, let's say 50 litres, okay, and we know we want a 3% Softwash recipe. The sodium hypochlorite, or the chemical strength, we've got it set at 15, 15. You can change that, so if you've got 10% sodium hypochlorite, or 11, etc., okay. Let's say we've got 15, I'll move that to there. Whilst we're doing this, down at the bottom here, the recipe is telling you what to do, okay? So let's say if I want to change, if I move that to 55, watch the figure here. Okay, and it automatically updates. So if we want 100 litres of Softwash recipe, okay, so it's now saying for 100 litres of Softwash recipe at 3% using 15% sodium hypochlorite, you will require 79 litres of water, 19.9 litres of sodium hypochlorite, and 500 ml of surfactant, whether that be Clever Wash or whatever surfactant you use. If you're like our American cousins and you use US gallons, you can tap US gallons, and then you just have to move this to refresh it, and straight away you've got it in pints, gallons, and US gallons, etc. Let's say now we've done our recipe and we've put the correct amounts of water and chemical and surfactant in your tank, and then you've gone off and you've done your job, all right? And you found out that you actually didn't need 100 litres, you only used a few litres of your 100 metre mix. So We now want to do a remix because we've gone from a 3% recipe and we want to do a 2% recipe for K-Rend, for instance, okay? And we don't want to put 3% on because that's irresponsible for the environment. We want to save money as well on chemical. So what we will do is we'll go new mix or remix. We want to rework it. So we click rework it. It comes up with this pop-up and it says, I have this left over. Set the dials to the leftover mix. Well, I haven't got 100 litres left over because I've just done a wash. However, I do know that I've actually got 50 litres of 15% chemical diluted down to 3%. Okay. However, I want to, that's what I've got left in the tank. So at this point, I tap this button here. Okay. And it goes, right, you've got 50 units of water at 3% soft wash. Now set the dials to your new recipe. So I want to change the 50 litres of soft wash recipe. I want to dilute that down to a 2% recipe for K-Rend. So at this point, we go over here and we just literally move that to 2%, and straight away it says, okay, you need to add 43 litres of water and 6 litres of chemical and 250 ml of clever wash or surfactant. Okay, and again, if you want to bring it, if you want to increase it and you want to add more water, it will tell you what to do as well. And it's as simple as that. It just readjusts it for you and tells you how much water to add in it. You can download this app and you can actually share it onto another 5, I think 5 Apple devices in total. So if you've got a fleet of guys out there, you only have to download the app once, and as long as you've got mum, fans and family, they'll be able to use the app on their phone as well. So it's literally a calculator for soft washing, and it's with you at all times. You'll be using a soft wash recipe that is bang on, no guesswork.
Yeah.